Good afternoon, I'm Lieutenant Ray Spencer. I'm the Homicide Lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm out here this evening to brief you on a critical inquiry investigation that Homicide has taken over the investigation. The details that I have right now are very preliminary, but at around 2:30 this afternoon, there were two vehicles that were involved in a road rage incident. There's a green Jeep that was traveling eastbound on Desert Inn. At some point, the driver of a green Suburban cut that vehicle off. When that occurred, the driver of the Jeep honked his horn at the Suburban. A passenger inside the Suburban exited the car and walked back to the Jeep, and at some point threw a can, we believe a can of beer, at the front of the Jeep. Then the driver of the Jeep, who is a white male in his mid-70s, exited the Jeep and confronted the driver of one of the passengers in the Suburban. There is some altercation that takes place in front of the Jeep. The altercation then moves to the front of the Suburban. One of the passengers in the Suburban then gets back into the Suburban. However, the driver of the Jeep is still standing in front of the Suburban. The driver of the Suburban drives off and runs over the white male in his 70s. The Suburban then makes a U-turn, drives over the median, and drives westbound on Desert Inn, fleeing the scene. A patrol officer is in the area at the time this is occurring, is flagged down by a witness, and is able to make a car stop on the Suburban. There are two people in custody that were inside the Suburban. There's a lot of, it's a dynamic incident at this point. We still have a lot of people to interview, and we're still in the process of processing the crime scene. I urge any witnesses who may have been in the area who observed the incident, please reach out to Crime Stoppers. You can do anonymous tip through Crime Stoppers. So again, I'll take a couple questions, but it's very early on in the investigation.
Is any impairment suspected of any of the drivers?
No, there's no impairment suspected in either of the drivers.
Spencer, just so we understand, right, where or how exactly was the person ran over?
So the victim was standing in front of the Suburban. The driver of the Suburban accelerated, ran over the victim, then made a U-turn and fled the area. So he was standing directly in front of the car when the driver took off.
Just to confirm, the shoes belong to the victim?
That is correct. The shoes that you're looking at do belong to the victim.
I guess just give some tips about road rage incidents and what people should do, should avoid, should not do.
So again, never get out of your vehicle in a road rage incident. If there's an incident where someone honks their horn at you or anything involving road rage, just make a right turn, go the opposite direction. That way you're not putting yourself in a situation that can quickly escalate. You can also call 311 and report the information, and that information will be broadcast to officers. Yes, sir.
Spencer, can you explain why in this situation the homicide team takes over?
As a result of getting briefed on the victim's injuries, we've taken over the investigation at this point as a result of his injuries.
But
So
the person is not deceased yet. Or
he is currently in extremely critical condition. So, all right.
And roughly, the people in the Suburban, what are they facing at this point?
Well, right now, again, it's still early on in the investigation, so we're still determining the nature of the charges. But as the homicide section, we're out here leading the investigation that would kind of lead you in that direction.
Did
So
you already say what hospital the victim was taken to?
he's in critical condition at Sunrise Hospital.
And do you know roughly how long you guys think this section of the DI is going to be closed?
I imagine we'll be out here for at least another 2 to 3 hours. All right. Thank you, guys. Yes.
Do we know the ages of the people in the Suburban?
I don't right now. So, thank you.